All right, welcome back to the channel. I got the Jeep in the garage, and today we're going to be starting a little bit of the rust remediation. I got this really bad problem where the body mounts, on the frame, the body side of those are completely rusted out. And I think that means that really the Jeep is held together mostly by gravity while I'm driving down the road, and that's not safe. So we're gonna cut those out, cut out the existing body mounts, jack the body up a little bit, and then weld in some new ones I got off of Amazon. And hopefully this will come together pretty well. We'll see. I don't know. Let's also right now, because the Jeep was a little bit dead after sitting for several months without running, the battery was a little on the deadish side. So we're got that hooked up to the battery charger to give it a little more life. Let's jump onto the Jeep and I'll show you what these body mounts look like. Okay, we're gonna start back a little bit here so you can see where we're under the driver's side door here. And this is what I'm talking about. This, as you can see, this bushing here is pushed completely through this mount. It's all rusted out right through there. We're gonna replace this guy here. And this one's bad, but let's move over here. This one here, directly under the door, is even worse. So this one's completely gone through and obviously not working at all. What's weird, we've got one more mount that sits up a little bit further forward, and this is the forward one, and these ones seem actually in pretty good shape. So we're probably gonna leave those ones alone, and we'll fix these other ones. There's also right here, I don't know if you saw this when I was first doing this, the frame here is in pretty bad shape with rust. We're just gonna grind this off and clean it up, and then we'll put a little spray on it. We just wanna try and spray a little bit on the inside. But you can see here, this old weld, this is where previous owner had poorly welded a side step on here that literally just broke off on its own. But I think the way they did this, it just let extra stuff get in here along the frame. So we're gonna grind these old welds off too, and we're gonna paint this clear. The other thing, just real quick, so we can get at, I wanna see what else is going on under here. I'm probably gonna pull off this pan here just to make sure that everything under there is clean also, and we don't have anything else that'll help us get around underneath it there a little bit too. So first thing we're gonna do is pull this guy off. There's just, I think, 4 bolts holding it on, so we should be able to take that off pretty easily. Going back and looking at the footage that I took during this project, it was pretty awful. In fact, like right here, my camera was clearly not focused on the work I was doing. So I'm gonna just, you know what, let's cut to me doing some grinding. And for most of this video, there is gonna be a little bit more narration because some of the stuff that I said as I was narrating while I was doing the work just didn't make sense because I really didn't know what I was doing. So just bear with me here. We're just gonna do a quick grinding metal montage, and then we're gonna get into me explaining exactly what I did on the rest of the project on the passenger side once I kind of figured out the process. So the first step in this process was removing the mounting bolts and the original bushings. This way I can get cleanly at the channel to cut it out. And the only bolt that came out on its own successfully was the front passenger side. And I'm removing that right here, and it eventually came out. And those threads were actually in really good shape. And for some reason, that part of the body, the torque box was not completely rusted out. The other mounts were all completely rusted out, and in fact they were so bad I even trying to grip it with some vice grips, I was unable to hold the original threads in place so that the bolt could come out This led to me basically having to cut off the original bolt with a grinding wheel and then punch it out from the bottom up so that I could get at it and get it out of the way. I also ended up having to sort of lift up the body with the jack for a lot of this part of the process, just to make access a little bit easier. Well, this is part of the original plate. You can see it's just rusted out all the way around it. And yeah, that probably wasn't going to screw out. So I guess it's good that we had it. Okay, so this is our new bracket. These are our new bushings. This will fit over this. Well, once we cut it out, it's a little, then it should fit in there a little better. This is bent out a little too far for it to fit over right now. So, should come down about like that. And the back is all the way back here. We're not going to cut that far back. All right, so cutting along the bottom here and along the front, pretty easy. You see this is pretty rotten, so it's kind of easy to just bend out a little bit. Okay, so we did end up using the Sawzall to cut this out. We may hit, it's gonna be hard to, it's hard to get it this backside, but you can see the bracket now will fit right there, and it'll slide up right up over it. We're gonna get the grinder out. We're gonna clean up all this rust on here. Everywhere that we got some rust in here, we're gonna clean that up first. And then we're gonna spray everything underneath of it. We're gonna mark off where we don't want spray. We don't want any spray where we're gonna weld. We're gonna want some nice clean metal right here. We'll have to bend, I don't know if you can see in the picture right here, but there's a little bit of a gap right here. It doesn't quite come up to the far edge here, but we'll tack that up and bend it up, and then we can weld everything in place. So, all right, it is now sort of like fit in place, just sort of test fit right now. I'm gonna mark things up, and we'll do a little bit more cleanup and a little spray paint, just to get things so they don't rust up again immediately. And then also, before I do anything else, I'm gonna clean up the floor. There's a ton of crap on the floor, and since I'm rolling around in it, I'm just gonna sweep this up real quick and keep my workspace a little bit clean. All right, here's another quick little voiceover segment because it turns out my microphone could not barely pick up my audio through the mask. I was spray painting a little bit of additional Rust Remediator on the frame and over everything that had been ground down, where I ground most of the rust off, got things down to mostly bare metal, and then gave it a good coating to hopefully prevent more rust. Now you can see in this clip right here, you can kind of see through it. I put some blue tape over exactly where the welds were going to be. This way I'd still have nice clean metal when I put the new mount in place to cover it up. So we're almost, I let this dry, and then after this I got to welding pieces in place. Okay. And here's just a little bit more voiceover where I was talking about how things came together after I finished welding in the pieces, but I forgot to turn my microphone on, so I'm voicing it over. So everything welded in pretty nice. Look, these are not very good welds. They're not professional welds, but I think they all turned out well enough. You can see along the channel here, it's pretty easy to weld those in and get everything sort of like locked into place pretty securely. I do feel like after I was done with this, the Jeep basically had a 1-inch body lift just because it had sat so low on the bushings where it had broke through the body completely, that now it's lifted up and it's sitting a little bit higher. So I got a body lift out of this too. And then here's the front mount on the driver's side. So I did replace this mount, and you can see where it's welded in, and it's a little bit different style bracket than the ones that were going over the channels in the back, but you can see that it's pretty much worked out as well, and I'm pretty happy with the overall results of this. One thing I will say, after I finished this project, I did find that there are some options for basically the same price to replace the entire torque box channels. So as opposed to just the pieces that I replaced, you could replace the entire channel. I'm not sure if I would have gone down that route. I'm not sure how I would have gotten the entire existing channels out. It was hard enough to cut out sort of the sections that I cut out and mount those in. But if you're looking at the same project, and I think this is a pretty common fix for Jeep TJs, you may want to look down that route, and because the entire channel was probably about the same cost, around $120 as it cost me to get just the brackets to weld in. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this is informative, and we'll catch you next time.